Jeff Van Gundy's teams have shown is success in elimination games. In '98, down 2-1 in a 5-game showdown, Allen Houston helped them overcome 33 from Tim Hardaway. But Larry Johnson fought with Alonzo Mourning, and both would miss Game 5. Pat Riley angrily yelled at Mourning, "You just lost our season," and he was right. John Starks hit 5 threes, and as a team, the Knicks had multiple heroes, with an injured Patrick Ewing hugging Jeff Van Gundy in victory. In 1999, the deciding Game 5 was again in Miami. A hobbling Patrick Ewing somehow scored 22 and grabbed 11 rebounds. But Allen Houston's now legendary last-second shot was still needed for the Knicks to win by 1. It's all memorable history, but it is still history. The present is tonight's Game 6, and Mourning being pushed to finally win one of these. It's also Larry Johnson and Latrell Sprewell.
2-3 weeks, man. Ain't nothing else left to talk about, man. Got a game to play tonight, man, and we're going to try to close this thing out. And ain't too much more to talk about, man.
Well, the Knicks hope there's still plenty to talk about after tonight's Game 6. Miami, the first team to the floor where this will be decided tonight. The Knicks getting ready to make their grand entrance in the world's most famous arena. You'll get an update next, and then it's time for the tip-off.
Whoa! The York's going to hold it down like whoa! The OB, whoa! The DB, whoa! So here we go! Ain't no way they're going to stop the house show! Ain't no way! No, 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 no!
From Tennessee, number 20, tri-captain, Allen Houston. That guard at 6'2" from Florida State, number 21, Charlie Ward. At forward at 6'5" from Alabama, number 8, Latrell Sprewell. At forward at 6'7" from UNLV, number 2, tri-captain, Larry Johnson. And at center at 7 feet from Georgetown, number 33, tri-captain, Patrick Ewing.
The crowd fired up here at the Garden as they are hoping the Knicks can force a Game 7, another deciding game in a series between these two rivals. All right, Clyde, for the Knicks to force that Game 7, what do they have to do tonight? What are the keys?
The main thing is defense, folks. Their defense is their best offense, and they need to force turnovers so they can have an up-tempo game as they did in Game 4. The Heat were prone to turnovers, and the Knicks were able to capitalize in transition. Of course, denying the Heat second opportunities, boxing them out on the glass. And the disparity in the free throws. The Knicks have to get to the free throw line. Sprewell, Houston, Ewing, LJ must do more penetrating to get to the free throw line. And Nick Finch has to assert itself. They've been woeful in this series. They've been outplayed. And also the Knicks must exploit the absence of Mourning. In the previous game, Mourning was in foul woes with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. He was relegated to the bench with 5 fouls. The Knicks could not capitalize. Then he fouled out of the game.
But did not play as well here on the road. Sprewell, the runner. Ewing on the foul.
Ewing is a beneficiary because Spree broke down the defense, and that drew Mourning. Mourning always harassing penetrators. So Ewing with the easy dunk. And now Ewing overzealous with his foul against Mourning on the low post.
Ewing walking away after picking up his first foul.
He can ill afford those. That's one of those touch fouls. So Patrick can ill afford another. He will have to lead. Look at Spree breaking down the D. Ewing coming from the right side with the good stuff.
Mourning had to come help out, and that's why Ewing wide open. Ward finding Mourning. And Brown misfires. And a loose ball foul called on Alonzo Mourning.
Foolish foul by Zoe. We mentioned he fouled out of the previous game because of fouling like that. He got his 5th foul trying to steal the ball from a couple of Knicks players. So Zoe now with his first foul. The Knicks have it in their backcourt.
Second team foul against the Heat.
This time Ewing is on the perimeter trying to keep Zoe out of the paint area to let LJ go one-on-one.
Again, the Knicks love to operate the offense through Johnson in the low post. Ward fires up the three. It's good. Charlie Ward rattles it in. And the Knicks with a 5-2 lead.
Looking for a little deja vu. The previous home game he ran amok with a career-high 20 points.
Charlie Ward averaging 12.5 points a game in the series. That is 20-point game here at the Garden. That in game 4. Mashburn again on a mismatch. This time can't connect. And the Knicks that time, all three underneath, boxing out.
Also good swarming defense by the Knicks getting back.
Sprewell gets inside. And quickly, a 7-2 lead.
Typical start by the Knicks. Always auspicious beginnings, but dismal innings for the Knicks. So they better keep going.
Mourning on the spin move. Nice from Alonzo Mourning. And that ends a 7-0 run.
Acrobatic move by the 6'10 Zoe along the baseline. That silenced the crowd right away.
Houston runs off a Johnson screen and a foul on Marley. And just like we saw in game 5, the officials, at least early on, are calling it extremely tight. The players must adjust.
The Heat now 3 team fouls. Of course, you get 5. You're in the penalty. So Ward will inbound. Watch Marley. This is similar to what Ewing did. Just a little touch foul, but the officials calling it tight early on.
The key is because Marley plays so up close on Houston. As soon as he makes a move, there's contact. Houston, one dribble. Shot won't go. And P.J. Brown on the rebound. Brown has had a terrific series on the boards as he's averaged 11 per game.
Had 12 the previous game, did Brown.
Mourning falling away. Rebound, Brown again puts it back up, misses for point. Houston the rebound.
Brown can't believe at 6'11" he missed that shot. Should have dunked it.
Houston fires. Allen Houston with his first field goal. And 4 of the 5 starters have scored. The Knicks a 5-point lead.
And now inside is Mourning on LJ. They're looking to get it inside the zone.
Brown kicks it back out. Marley hits the 3.
That's the vulnerability, folks, of the double team that the Knicks are doing now. When you do that and they have prudent ball movement, they have uncontested shooters. That time, Marley.
9-7. The Knicks with a 2-point advantage. We've played nearly 4 minutes. Ball deflected by Marley. A lazy pass from Houston, and the Knicks their first turnover.
Hardaway's moving and grooving tonight. Nice agility by him early on.
And Hardaway a 3. That won't go. Fight for the board. Sprewell knocks it out of bounds.
Now they give it to the Knicks.
They say last touch by P.J. Brown. Riley not happy with the call.
Yeah, good effort by Spree to keep it away from Brown, so Ward will bring it up.
Thing about, again, Marley, you saw that deflection. He does not take a single possession off, Clyde. He plays the same with the same intensity every single possession.
This man 35 years of age now.
Johnson against Brown.
Brown is smothered LJ.
Johnson, the spin move, flips it up there. Shot doesn't go.
That time you saw Mourning, though, coming to harass him.
The rebound fell to the opposite side where Ewing was.
Now Ewing back, so posting up Johnson. Johnson overzealous, charged with the foul.
On the entry pass, Larry Johnson picks up his first, and the Knicks their second team foul.
So smart play that time by Hardaway, pushing it up quickly. He saw the mismatch. So there's Van Gundy. So far, so good. He's looking relaxed.
The Heat looking relaxed again. They know they have won here before. There's no intimidation from Miami playing here at the Garden. You got the feeling that was the case when the Toronto Raptors were playing, at least for the younger players. Hardaway spinning, nice move. Kicks it back out. Marley has to put it up with a shot clock winding down, and he puts it in.
Because Ward left his feet. Ward should have stayed on the floor. Marley duped him and then drained the three-pointer, so now the Knicks want to talk.
So Jeff Van Gundy's. Johnson with 4 on the shot clock. Nice feed to Candy.
So that time some continuity by the Knicks. They 3 or 4 passes found and uncontested Candy underneath.
The Knicks have only averaged in this series 14 assists per game. Their passing has not been good.
Yeah, they averaged 19 during the regular season. That also in the lower echelon of the league, though. The league averaged about 22 assists per game by the teams.
That's where an area Miami has outplayed them. Horning. No problems getting past Ewing.
And where's the interior D? So Mourning huffing and stuffing with no problem.
Knicks down by 5 again. Final minute of the first.
And if you're the Heat, this is the way you want to start the game, keeping this crowd out of it.
Ewing several fakes, lost it on the way up. Ball still loose. Last touch by Ewing. Sprewell inside, kicks it out to Childs. Fakes the three. Childs back up top to Ewing. Good ball movement this time, but look at the rotation from the Heat. Ewing gets it inside, falling away, puts it in.
Last time I thought the Knicks were overpassing the ball, but Ewing coming up with a jumper along the baseline.
Well, the Knicks, one way you can see they've taken 5 3-pointers and 2 free throws. It's not good when you're taking more threes than free throws.
Exactly. That's why there's a disparity in the free throw attempts by both teams. The Heat have been able to get in the paint.
Weatherspoon not even close, and it's clear the Knicks are doing a better job boxing out. Right now they lead the Heat rebounding-wise by 2. Ewing has 8 of them.
The Knicks are lacking leadership now. Someone has to step up and take charge.
Johnson over Mashburn. Ewing, the offensive board, puts it back in.
Yeah, resounding bounding by Ewing. Zone that time did not put a body on it. So Ewing able to exploit him.
Ewing 9 points and 9 rebounds already, and we're just 90 seconds into the second.
Just like that, the Knicks with some momentum as an errant pass by the Heat. But they say the Knicks tipped it, so the Heat will have it underneath.
Houston will come back in. This will be
Look at Zoe. Look at Zoe. He's looking at the ball. Never found Ewing. So Patrick there with a good rebound and a hoop.
That was his 4th offensive rebound as Johnson will sit down.
And that's an aberration for Ewing. Normally not a good offensive rebounder.
Carter in the game, drives inside, high over Ewing. On the board.
So Ewing energized, harassing Carter.
Childs makes his move past Mourning. Back to Ewing. Deflected by Weatherspoon, and Childs brings it back out to gather himself.
Give it to Ewing. He has some adrenaline going now.
Ewing backs it against Mourning, and a foul on Mourning. That's his second.
And he'll have to...
Weatherspoon down low, and he's fouled hard by Thomas.
See, that's the difference.
Very physical, beautiful move from Mashburn. And Austin's dribble, 4 on the shot clock. Carter has to put it up. Carter. Knicks twice during timeouts in the first half heard heavy boos as Jeff Van Gundy walks sadly to the locker room, perhaps sadly and madly, as the Knicks down by 15. A very difficult first half, Clark.
Yeah, no D, no offense. A total calamity the first half for the Knicks.
The Knicks shoot just 27% from the field in that first half. Don't get a field goal. Nearly 6 minutes, the last 6 minutes of the second quarter. So the problems continue. Knicks facing elimination, and right now facing a 15-point halftime deficit. And Charlie Ward picks up the loose ball. Crowd trying to get into it.
They still believe in the Knicks, but the Knicks have to believe in themselves.
Although they did move quite a bit in the first half. Sprewell calling for the ball. There's the double team. Knicks with good ball movement.
Ward, the mismatch with Brown, uses his quickness.
Allen Houston hits the 3. And Allen Houston cuts the deficit to 12.
They can ill afford the trade basket. They got to continue to stand up on the defense.
Houston with 10 points. Ward leaning down the double team. Right back Harley. The quick pass right back to Mourning. Excellent spin move for Mourning.
Spinning off of Ewing. So again, Ewing doesn't look to front him. Mourning spinning along the baseline.
Ewing has struggled defensively against Mourning all series.
The Knicks always open the game like this, folks. Good movement, good teamwork. But as the game progresses, they fall into a slump.
Johnson hits the shot. Knicks led this game 9-4. Came out looked very sharp
In the first 3 minutes. Yeah, the first 3 minutes, and then the Heat methodically worked themselves back.
The clock is stopped at 10:40. It's not moving. The officials haven't noticed, which is unusual. Now it's stepping underneath. And the crowd trying to get involved. Houston inside. Offers a shot. Puts it in. And the Knicks quickly come out. They're cut the lead to 10.
5 points by Houston. Previously a 3-pointer. Now the deuce. And now this crowd has become a factor.
A 7-2 run to start. Mashburn looking for Mourning. Ewing pushes him out a bit. Good defense from Ewing. Sprewell on the double, but he's called for a foul. And Latrell Sprewell has picked up his 3rd.
Yeah, Ewing asserting himself, using the baseline as an extra man to deny Mourning. Watch him move his feet right there. Sprewell, ill-advised reach in. Non-shooting, the Heat have it now in the front court.
Ewing's lateral movement has prevented him, or the lack of lateral movement, from stopping that in most cases. Hardaway, bad shot, rebound Mourning, lost it, picked up by Ewing. Knicks look to push.
Houston should look to take it. He's the hot hand right now.
Nice feed to Charlie Ward. And a 9-2 run has cut it to an 8-point game.
Now they're dishing and swishing. So Allen Houston providing the impetus.
And the Garden has come alive as Pat Riley has called a 20-second timeout.
Good timeout by Riley to break this momentum and try to get this capacity crowd out of the game.
Allen Houston said he has to give himself more opportunities. Opportunities he did not give himself in Game 5, but he's come out strong. 5 points and that assist here in the third quarter.
Sugar-coated pass to Ward. So now the Knicks getting uncontested hoops with their good dishing. So Ward, the recipient that time.
So a quick 9-2 run. Houston again, not only the assist, but that pretty shot inside and hit a three-pointer.
So the Knicks now with some ingenuity, some continuity, and they look like they want to get back into this game.
And the crowd back into it, and there's no question, Clyde, and you know it as well as anyone, how much the crowd can have an effect.
Yep, this crowd can do wonders. They can propel you to a championship.
Speaking from experience.
Oh, yeah.
Mourning. Ewing playing a little more physical. Sprewell goes to double. Mashburn for three. Won't go. Sprewell the rebound.
The Heat in disarray now. The Knicks are the team on the rampage.
Sprewell on the pull-up. Puts it in. And the Knicks are 5 for 5 here in the third quarter. And this place is erupting.
And now Riley wants a full timeout. The Knicks are taking control here in the third.
A standing ovation here at Madison Square Garden. The lead was 15 at halftime. It's been cut to 6 in less than 3 minutes. Ewing calling for it. Sprewell can't get it to him. Good denial from Mourning. Sprewell puts it in. Latrell Sprewell knocks it down, but it's still covered from the field in the third at 6 for 6.
Sprewell, a rejuvenated player in the second quarter, was reluctant to shoot, was a passer. Now he's switching him down.
A 13-3 run to start the third.
And we often allude to the Knicks defense is their best offense.
Ashburn pass inside, and Ewing with the foul. That'll be his second as he reached over on the entry pass.
See,
13 foul.
Ewing again allowing Mourning just to walk right under the basket. Zoe 5 feet away, he has to look to front him.
Houston chasing Marley. P.J. Brown trying to get free. Brown has not looked for a shot that much. Hardaway gets inside, kicks it out. Mashburn for an open three. Won't go. Sprewell on the rebound. Sprewell's got 6 boards.
Now he's looking for more.
Puts it up. Shot won't go. Ewing tried to tip it, but knocked out of his hands by P.J. Brown.
That was an adrenaline shot by Spree. He was feeling it coming down. That's what he likes to do in transition, shoot off the dribble.
And that's the Knicks' first miss from the field here in the third quarter.
Hardaway's elusive right now. They got to keep him out of the paint.
Marley gets it over to Hardaway. Hardaway on the penetration, back out. Marley fakes a three, drives, back to Mourning. Mourning on a short jumper.
And he beat the clock. Only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Zoe able to get it down.
Mourning said one of the reasons he worked so hard to improve his jumpers, he was tired of getting beat up down low. And his jumper, the 12-footer, pretty much automatic. And a foul call against Miami. P.J. Brown down low, his post defense on Johnson.
P.J. has incarcerated L.J. in this series.
That's his 4th foul. L's foul.
Knicks have the numbers.
Nice feed inside to Johnson. Stripped by Witherspoon, but a foul. And Larry Johnson will start. Houston drives underneath. Nice feed to Johnson, and Johnson backs it in.
Creativity by Houston. Diagonally to the paint, L.J. and creating for his teammates.
And Larry Johnson, scoreless in the first half, has come alive.
There, he scored on Brown. Brown on the bench now. L.J. starting to percolate, thriving in the paint area.
Ewing makes his move inside, and a foul before. Thorpe with a hard foul.
He wants the baseline. Good job by Mashburn denying him.
Shot clock at 4. Sprewell's going to have to put it up. Puts it in. Latrell Sprewell nails the jumper. And again, the Knicks cut it to 4.
Persistence and fortitude by Spree. He needed that one to regain some confidence. Ward with the steal, but Carter denied him.
Half-minute remaining in the third.
The Heat players now reluctant to shoot. No one wants to step up.
Marley 5 on the shot clock. Mashburn up to see that. Marley back to Carter. 2 on the shot clock. Carter. Oh, what a big 3 from Anthony Carter.
And he's had a lot of big shots in this series as Carter. He lucked in the winning shot in a game, and he's had some timely hoops. None more timely than that one.
And that puts it back up to 7. Shot clock turned off. Houston fires. That's good. That's it.
Scored very few points in the fourth.
Back to him. He gets the Knicks on the board. 3 alive. Houston, quick catch and shoot, drops it in, and it's back to a 4-point game.
That time Marley trailing Allen could not get there in time. Again, the Knicks in the penalty, that's going to hurt them.
Houston coming up on Marley. Marley a little further out. Childs tries to double team. Someone's open. It's Hardaway, but Canby recovers. Back to Bowen. Marley fakes a 3. Mourning, quick turn and shoot. Tough shot from Mourning.
So after missing,
Getting anxious. Mourning fronting Ewing again. Childs on a penetration. Gets inside. Puts it in. Tough shot from Childs. And it's back to 4. The Miami lead.
defiant Chris Childs. Previously he went in there, he found Ewing in the baseline. This time Childs will not be denied with the finger roll.
His first field goal. Charlie Ward was set to come into the game, but now Jeff Van Gundy has pulled him back after that play. Warning double team. Hardaway fighting Marley. Bowen. Good recovery from Childs. Bowen inside. Shot. It's good. Tough shot. As the Knicks defended it well, but Bowen put in the rainbow.
Gymnastic acrobatics by the 6'7" Bowen that time, swishing it through.
Under 4.5 remaining. The Heat are answering every Knick charge. Childs fakes the 3. Sprewell calling for it. Canby, touch pass to Ewing. Ewing inside. Backer. Canby on the follow.
So Canby in a quantum leap that time, flushing it down.
Marcus Camby with his second field goal, and finally the bench coming through. But the Knicks are still down 4. Under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, this is where you want Zoe using his quickness against Ewing. Or taking a shorter shots.
Hardaway to Marley. Marley fakes the 3. 3 on the shot clock. The runner short. Canby the rebound. Yeah. Here come the Knicks as Van Gundy running up the floor with Childs.
They won Houston.
Marley all up on Houston like he's been all series. Childs fakes the 3. Sprewell on the drive. Finding Ewing. 8 on the shot clock. Sprewell back to Ewing. Ewing wide open. Puts it in. It's a 2-point game with 3:19 to play.
Patrick Ewing, remember folks, he was along the baseline previously uncontested, a little tight. So this time Ewing
in this fourth quarter. See, turnovers have hurt the Knicks in previous fourth quarters. But right now, the Knicks outscoring the Heat 11-8 here in this fourth quarter. And have just 1 turnover in the period.
Yeah, marauding Knick defense and a very cohesive offense now. Childs swooping to the hoop. And that was a big play. Then Marcus Camby almost knocked Ewing over with that pass. Camby silent throughout the game, flushing that one down. Sprewell creating off the dribble. Ewing previously had missed an uncontested shot, but would not be denied this time.
13 points, 17 boards to Ewing. The Knick bench has been quiet almost the entire game, but Childs and Canby making big plays right now.
Carter back in the game. He left the game with over 8 minutes remaining. He's well rested to go down the stretch.
This is the closest the Knicks have been in the second half. Mashburn, Sprewell shuts him off. Mashburn back out. Marley up top to Carter. Carter, that's a 2-pointer. Anthony Carter again answers with a big jumper.
Defensive player, a distributor of the ball. In a big game like this, he's coming out and burying everything.
Captivating performance by Carter, the rookie, who has a career playoff high 13 points. Allen Houston at the other end.
Great patience and poise by Allen Houston. All he did was rip Dan Marley through the ball through Dan Marley's arms, step back, knock down the shot.
Well, that's what we've been looking for him because he's got too much ability just to sit back and to be passive.
Mashburn to Marley. Carter again. Oh, what a captivating performance by Anthony Carter. He's a flamethrower in this.
He's been uncontested again. The Knicks with the swarming defense. The Heat methodically moving it around, finding Carter. 2 consecutive hoops by him.
They're all-stars on the bench. Their rookie, though, with 6 of his 15 here in the fourth quarter. And Jeff Van Gundy upset with the defense as the Knicks down by 4 again.
Remember, Carter trashed Ward. Ward had his best game of his career in the playoffs. Carter was saying that it was garbage time. So now Van Gundy berating his team.
Knicks with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Certainly in this game, perhaps in their season.
Carter again mitigating the loss of the inefficiency of Hardaway. He just checked in the game, folks. Right there, oblivious to the pressure, swishing that one down. And then watch the prudent passing. The Knicks again leaving him uncontested. This time they had a good look as he was right in front of their bench.
Carter again, he's out there really in the fourth quarter for his defense. Is Hardaway the first man to greet him, but his offense coming up big. 15 points for Carter. Knicks down 4 as we approach 2 minutes remaining. Marley swarming on Houston. Childs takes the 3. Gets inside, off balance to Sprewell. Childs takes the 3 again. The spindle, that's a 2-pointer. Shot won't go. Ewing on the follow. Patrick Ewing brings it to 2.
Morning going for the bound. Ewing beating him to it with the left-hand jump.
Under 2 minutes to play. 15 for Ewing. 18 boards. But the Knicks still trail. Trying to fight back from an 18-point first-half deficit. 8 on the shot clock. Marley trying to work the pick and roll. Mashburn on the dribble. Back to Morning. Morning left open. Shot won't go. Childs the rebound. Minute and a half remaining and the Knicks down by 2. And there's a foul on P.J. Brown. He is fouled out of the game. And the Heat in the penalty.
And all of Brown's fouls have been asinine as that one was. Obviously, Childs had the rebound. Brown, knowing he had 5 fouls, should not have come near him. There you see.
Of his career right here.
Yeah, these are under duress for Childs.
Childs, such excellent fundamentals. He takes his time, takes the deep breath, and then squares up and hits it.
And that's what you should do. That relieves the pressure. That's how they teach you to do it in grade school. Go to the line. You have 10 seconds in which to shoot. Use it. And this is what Childs is doing now.
1:31 remaining. Childs, 2 clutch free throws, and the game is tied.
And this is legendary stuff, folks. Heroes are made of this.
A definite roar here at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks fighting back from an 18-point deficit, trying to keep their season alive, and tied it with a minute and a half remaining.
And Chris Childs with the give rebound. Watch him scour over Patrick. And P.J. Brown showing the volley right there, stepping on Childs. Brown is gone. Childs calmly goes to the line and drains 2 to tie this game.
That fouled Brown out. 2 clutch free throws from Childs has tied it up. Chance of defense here at the sold-out Garden.
They don't want Morning this time. Normally they would be going to Morning.
Carter with another jumper. Anthony Carter off the mark. Sprewell the rebound. Knicks with a chance to take the lead for the first time since early in the opening quarter.
The crowd on their feet.
Childs trying to pick and roll. Sprewell now posting up Carter. There's the double team. Childs right back to Sprewell. 7 on the shot clock. Sprewell just holding. Now makes the drive. Inside the Camby. Camby shot blocked by Morning and picked up by Mashburn. Final minute. There's once again the Heat and the Knicks coming down to the final seconds to decide the outcome.
That's the grandeur of Morning right there.
Marley to Bowen.
Now Morning's going to try to finish the Knicks out. Ewing the steal. He's been hot.
Marley right up on Houston. And a foul on Marley. And Houston will shoot 2 free throws with 17.6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, good execution. Ewing coming out with the high screen. So Houston had the alternative of going left on his waist.
And Houston hits a clutch free throw, and the Knicks out the lead with 17.6 remaining.
See, Marley's mistake, he should have taken away the baseline. Ewing set in the high screen, should have forced Houston along the high screen. He had help on that side, but not along the baseline.
Houston hits it again, looks at the clutch free throws, and the Heat call timeout. There's well. Mashburn bringing it up. Carter, 7 seconds remaining. Down low to Morning. Morning double team, gets away, back up to Carter. It's a three-pointer. No good. And the Knicks force game 7.
I'm stunned. The word man has no words to say after that victory by the Knicks.
And the Knicks and Heat, the series will go the distance for the 4th straight year. Game 7 coming up Sunday in Miami.
But actually, folks, this illuminates their home court advantage. The Knicks 33-8 during the regular season, a very formidable home court team, and that helped propel them to this victory tonight, as well as their pride. Dreadful, woeful in the first half, and they were hurt, and they came out right away in the third quarter. Houston, one of the heroes, Childs, Ewing, splendid throughout this game. So a resounding victory by the Knicks.
The Knicks with the biggest playoff comeback in their history in terms of a halftime deficit. They were down 15 at halftime. They were being badly outplayed, trailed by as many as 18, but they stormed back with a great fourth quarter. And the season is alive at least for one more game.
Yep, as the smoke clears, the Knicks will see that they still have a task ahead of them. They have to go back to Miami and try to finish them off.
And once again, these two teams in this playoff rivalry can't win back-to-back games. That's 11 straight where no one has won consecutive games.
The Knicks made history last year, though, beating the first seed, the 8th seed beating the first seed, so they will look to repeat again, make some more NBA history.
Let's take a look at the last possession once again.
So the Knicks doing a good job here. They want Zoe. Zoe coming out, setting a high screen. Knicks switching, getting back. Carter, you see behind the three-point arc. Ewing now has Zoe inside. Good help by Houston coming over. But Zoe got it to Carter. He had a good look. And this kid has bedeviled the Knicks with some heroics, but not tonight.
Carter, of course, who